So, finding the right exercises for you. This is something that I wish I knew sooner, and this is something that I wish I figured out early on, because now having the right exercises for me has completely changed how I go about fitness, and it's so much more enjoyable. So when I first started lifting, I had no concept that you can choose your own exercises. I thought that you had to listen to all the great bodybuilders, and they were the only ones who could pick out the exercises. I remember I was watching something on Dorian Yates, and he was talking about some exercise. It might have been pull-ups. I don't really remember, but he was talking about, we'll just say he was talking about pull-ups. So he was talking about it, and he was like, oh yeah, pull-ups are the best exercise for biceps. You don't need to do anything else. So I was like, oh, okay, pull-ups are the best exercise for biceps then. So I went in the gym and I did pull-ups for months, and I didn't really see that much progress. Even though I had good form and everything for the time, I just didn't see any progress, and I was sat there beside myself, and I was like, okay, this is such a highly recommended exercise. Why am I not seeing progress from this? And what I didn't realize is you're allowed to have individuality in the gym. You're allowed to find what works for you, and you're allowed to try things out a little bit. You're allowed to experiment. So, yeah, that's kind of what I did. Now, why didn't this work? Well, different bodies respond to different exercises in different ways. So you might do, bench press, right? Like Smith machine, we'll say Smith machine bench press. You're on your bench, you're doing your thing, you're pushing, you're doing it for months, and you just don't feel the stretch and the squeeze that you need to feel in your muscles. There's no reason why you can't go and experiment. I would actually encourage you to experiment with other exercises, so that the exercise that you like the best, you can use and you can continue with it. Because the gym is supposed to be enjoyable, and the gym is supposed to be a time where you can grow. If you are doing exercises that you don't like, you're not going to be encouraged to grow, and you're not going to be encouraged to push yourself. And that's what you should be doing on every single exercise. Every single set, you should be pushing yourself to failure, no questions asked. I don't care what people say about, oh, 1 rep in reserve now. Push yourself as hard as you possibly can when you're working out. Simple as that. So how do we discover the right exercises for you? Well, like I just said, trial and error, right? Like you gotta have some time, spend some time in the gym if you're a beginner, or even if you're not a beginner, and even if you're just trying to figure out what exercises you want to do, because you've been doing some exercises that, you're in the gym, sure, but they're not the exercises that you feel are working best for you and could maximize your muscle gains. And you can use advice from the internet, sure. You can have a friend say, hey, this really works for me. And maybe it works. Maybe you're like, oh wow, this exercise is really, really good. I really, really like it. It's great. Or you might be like, I tried this guy was talking about it online, and I tried this and I didn't like it, so I'm gonna try a variation of it. Let's just say hammer curls for an example, right? So say you're doing hammer curls with the dumbbells like this, and you're like, it's okay, but it could be better. Then you hop on to try the cable hammer curls with the rope, and you're like, wow, this is so much better. It's okay that you didn't like it. That's okay that you didn't like the dumbbell hammer curls. You're allowed to change. It's okay. It happens. You're allowed to grow and develop. And also, once you find the stuff that works for you, make sure to stick to it. Don't keep flip-flopping back and forth. Now, if it's an exercise that you don't enjoy, by all means change it. That's fine. But once you find an exercise that you like, don't try and switch it up again. Don't try and optimize everything. Your body doesn't know the difference between you switching from exercise to exercise. The only thing it responds to is progressive overload. So once you find your exercise, just keep progressively overloading on that exercise until you max out the exercise, which takes a very, very long time to do. Obviously, once you max out a machine or max out an exercise, then you have to kind of, find a new exercise or find a new thing, or maybe add something to that exercise. Like, for example, dips. I do the dip machine at the gym. The one that there's this machine with a pad, and you kneel on the pad, and it kind of helps you come back up after you dip. So I've been doing that, and I'm almost maxed out of the machine, so I can be doing bodyweight dips, which is a huge milestone for me. I'm pretty proud of myself for that. So eventually it's gonna get to the point where I'm gonna need a belt, and I'm gonna need a weight on that belt. So, and that's okay. I'm still doing the exercise. I'm just changing it a little bit to reach my goals. Listen, okay, sorry. Where was I? You are going to be able to find so much progress in finding the right exercises for you, because it's going to be enjoyable, and you're going to look forward to hitting each exercise, and that's going to make your workouts easier and also more fun, and you're going to make progress a lot faster. So find the exercises that work for you. Just do a little bit of trial and error. That's all it takes. But yeah, you got this. Very proud of you. It's going to be great.